G'day guys, I'm back out at this hit and miss creek, and there's no water here. All the water's dried up. Unbelievable. I think that last video I made when I was out here, I don't know, it's probably eight days ago, just over a week, and the it's all dried up. Yeah, so what I'll do, I'll just have to take a few buckets of material and take it home. Yeah, because I didn't even bring any water with me because I was expecting water to still be here. There is one little puddle over there, but I looked around and everywhere else is just dried up. Like I was telling you in the other videos, eventually the water dries up in this creek right through the summer. Yeah. Anyway, I'll give you a look around and just show you. See, as you can see in here, yeah, it's just all dried up. This was a hole that I couldn't walk in here because it would have been up over my boots, the water line in here. Yeah, and there's a hole that I was digging. That's that rock, and I dug on the front side of the rock, and then I dug around here on the back side. That's that hole that's still there. That's where I dug down. Yeah, one of my videos. And then the last time I was here, I dug this hole here. That was my last trip here. Yeah, and I was gonna, if you can remember, there was water right all here. There was all water here, and my plan today was to come back and dig around this area in here. Anyway, over here I've got a bit of a rock pool just there, just a bit of water there. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll take some of those rocks out of there and dig a bit of the dirt out of there, and I might be able to do a couple of pans using that water. But that's the only water here. It's yeah, it's just all dried up as quick as that. In a week it's just all gone. Yep. So anyway, I think I might dig around in these rocks here. Yeah, around this area I think, and do a couple of pans, take a couple of pans home with me. Anyway, stay tuned guys. Okay, I've dug one hole. There's my bucket, it's nearly full. I've dug one hole here and I've hit the clay. So I'm only about, probably 10-12 inches down. And I don't know if you can see that. See that blue there? That's blue clay, bit of blue clay there. The blue clay, that's volcanic ash. So I know another spot, not here, but a few k's away from here, where there's some real thick blue clay, and one day I'm going to go back there and I'll dig some of that blue clay and I'm going to break that down and pan it, because yeah, blue clay, it's volcanic ash from millions of years ago when there was volcanoes here. Anyway, I've hit the clay there. I'm going to take another bucket full out of here, scrape a bit more of this material off the clay, because I know that's where the gold sits, on this clay in this creek. So I'll take another bucket out of here and that's it, and I'll go home and I'll process it at home. And the comforts of at home, I can have a couple of shandies then. Yeah, so that's the plan for today anyway guys. I'll get back to you. Okay, I've dug this trench. I started roughly in the middle of the creek. I took the first bucket out, then I've dug towards the bank and I've got a second bucket, and if you look in there, down to the middle of the creek there's deeper, and then as I dug up towards the bank, yeah, I was hitting the clay at about, I don't know, 6 inches or something, hitting the clay there. So obviously as I go back towards the bank, the bedrock, or the clay layer, which is the false bedrock, yeah, it gets shallower. So next time I come out, I'll finish this line off, and I'll go back this way towards the bank a bit more, because there might be a pay streak or a line of gold in this creek, and by digging back towards the bank I should find it. Because I've come across this blue clay, I'm hoping to get a few specks of gold in my pan when I get home. And anyway, besides that, so I've got the 2 buckets of material out of here, out of the creek, off the creek bedrock, and then over here, sorry for the audio guys, it's a bit windy this morning. Over here in the bank, this is the part of the creek that was, yeah, it was all underwater. In the bank here, you can see I've dug some of that out, and I've put it in this bag because I've only got the 2 buckets. So I've half filled this sample bag with material from out of the bank here, and I've dug right down to the clay. This white stuff here, that's your clay, that's your sort of your bedrock. And if you look in the wall there, you can see that dark colour. This dark colour, that's like that's broken down ironstone. That's your more or less your black sands, and there's a line of it in here, goes through here. There's black sand. Anyway, I might chisel a bit more of that out of there, chuck it in the bag. But I believe the gold's come out of here. It's come out of this old ancient river. All these stones and that are from the ancient river, and that's where I believe the gold is, in this creek where it's coming from. It's shedding out of this bank as it's been eroded and depositing it in the creek. So I'll take some of this home anyway and try and prove it up. Okay guys, well, I'm going to head off home now, so I'll see you back at home. Okay guys, I'm back home. I'm just classifying out the first the first bucket, classifying that out, and all the fine material is in this bucket here, and then I'll run that through me sluice. I'll set up the sluice and run that through the sluice, and whatever that catches, I'll pan it out and see if we've got any gold. Okay, I'll get back to you when I'm sluicing. Okay, we're sluicing. It's getting warm already. We're expecting 35 degrees Celsius here today, which is about 98 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's quite pleasant at the moment with that wind. With me new mat setup that I've got there, that's just a bit of floor matting that I've sat over the top of the V-rib matting, and it does a good job. The last couple of times I've used it, I went through the tailings, I panned the tailings out, and there was hardly any black sand. There's obviously no gold in it. Yeah, and the matting is trapping all the black sand and any gold, so it's working really well. I'm happy with it, so I won't even worry about testing my tailings anymore. Anyway guys, I'll carry on with this lot. When I finish sluicing, I'll get back to you. Okay, first pan. See if we can get a bit in this one. There's not much in this bucket. I've only got a little bit there. This is just what the sluice has caught. But as I said, the way I've got that sluice set up, it's not losing much black sand at the end. It's catching most of it, which is good. It's catching the black sand, it's going to catch the gold. If there's any gold in there, of course. So that should be far enough. Let's see what we got in our first pan. Let's see if we can get the speck. Mobs of black sand. Mobs of black sand, but no gold. Oh, it's only pan one. I don't want to bore you too much. I'll get back to you when if I get a piece. Well guys, I finished panning out that the cons. There was only about what did I do, about 3.5 pans, and they weren't full pans. I was just like a scoop or two in a pan, so I didn't have much cons to pan out, which is good. But anyway, yeah, not a single speck. But that was just that one bucket. I've still got another bucket to do, and plus that bag full of material that I took out of the bank. So I'll process all that in my next video. Yeah, anyway, thanks for watching guys. Cheers. It's really starting to warm up here now. I'll show you my grapevine. Check out those grapes, guys. Yeah, they're black seedless. They'll be ripe in another 2 or 3 weeks. Anyway, that's it. I'll get back to you on the next bucket. When I do the next bucket, I'll put up another video. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Take care, and have a Merry Christmas.